This is Greg Tingle reporting for the Media Man Group. We're in the field at Content Live, attached to the magazine. We've just discovered Blonde Robot. We've been speaking off the record to Quentin. And look, we're on film. What a great promo. This is a Red Dragon. I actually mentioned to them earlier, we discovered Red Dragon through the accomplished reality TV production producer from many years ago, going back decades, Brett Clements from Simon Townsend's Wonderworld, and he got involved in PropVid, property production on the Gold Coast. But Brett used to rave to me about these Red Dragons, and even about 6 years ago you could get your hands on one for about $30,000. I don't know the actual price of this one, but I saw a head nod in the background. So can you give us some narration here? They're sick and tired of my voice.
No,
Red Dragon.
Is this? No. This is
give us an update.
Yeah, this is the big boy. This here is the Red V Raptor XL. So you're looking at 8K up to 120 in RAW, but this is sitting on top of the MRMC motorized quiet rail system with also this AFC head. And if you want to, you can make it auto track yourself. So I can actually set it to auto track you, but you just have to.
How far does it? Will it follow me down the road if I'm?
I can.
Well, you'd have to broadcast it to something like and follow with the drone in the research and development.
Yeah. And then we're going to start getting into the military applications.
Yeah. Oh, mate, they'll be a customer. Don't worry.
Oh, trust me, they got a little bit. Yeah, we're here showing a lot of automated NDI stuff. We have some stuff from SNS, and they have some incredible NASAs that have RAID systems and also free minutes. I mean, there's a lot of everything.
Yeah, here's a couple of pop culture references, because I'm into pop culture, ex-journalist, but I interviewed a few of the stars over the year, probably some of your producers' stars,
there
like
you
your client, okay.
Yeah.
Phil Rosenberg, Phil from, it's not Seinfeld. The other one, Raymond, exporting Raymond.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, now I thought of Ex Machina, but I also thought of Jurassic Park, like Blonde Robot and this a raptor.
The Raptor, there you go, yeah.
Can you tell me off the top of your head, is there any particular movies we may have heard of that have actually used that they wouldn't mind being mentioned in this?
Easily. I think The Killers, the new one, the Scorsese.
Killers of the Flower Moon.
That's one of them. If you're looking at ones that were shot with, let's say, the red Komodos, you have the latest Matrix. The cool series that's on Netflix, Wednesday.
Here we go.
Wednesday Addams.
Are you allowed to tell us your namesake? Quentin Tarantino. Do we know that him and his crew have ever used them, or they should be using them? Do we know yet?
You know what's really funny? I mean, there's a lot. I think Quentin definitely loves film, but if you go onto Shot on Red, it's a website with Red Digital Cinema Camera. They actually have a list that people want to share. Has
that website been going for a number of years?
Yeah, definitely.
I think I actually went to it back then when Brett Clements from Simon Townsend's Wonderworld and PropVid fame told me about it. So it's like it's re-triggered the memories.
Absolutely. I mean, there's tons of, obviously, commercials and, just tons of content video that gets shot with Red, because you're looking at something that has the highest resolution, frame rate, and in the lowest package with some of the best color science.
All right.
It is one of the only cameras that actually records 16-bit raw color gamut.
Okay, now here's a question. It's not a trick question, but we're on the flow here. We're not actually editing it. And the question is, for that budding filmmaker or the established filmmaker out there that may not necessarily have the budget of a Quentin Tarantino or Fox or whatever, if they didn't have a spare 30,000 plus sitting around, is there any way, any organisations you ever deal with where they could potentially, with the right security, hire or rent these for, whether it's a week or a couple of months, and because they may not have that 30,000 etc. plus hanging around?
Yeah, we actually work with a lot of, not only have we supported a lot of schools so that when the kids in the film schools are on their final year film project, we've lent out gear to them. There's a few rental houses here in Australia that would have these readily available. But I think one thing to really keep in mind is that there is a model that Red make called the Red Komodo, and it happens to be one of the most cost effective. So again, having it on an automatic slider, that is something that you can actually have repeatable, programmable movements, so that when you're doing CGI or VFX, it makes it much easier for editing.
What was the name of that? Not a Raptor, it was a Komodo. All right. If you're allowed to disclose, on the marketing branding side of it, is there one or two fans like of dinosaur and these interesting these animals, these creatures? Like somebody once upon a time come up with the idea of Red Dragon, and then they've gone Komodo. Who's thinking up because the name's pretty cool.
Probably Jared Lands. He is a gun, and he's been around for a while. And it's just style. You gotta love the names. You got to.
Mate, that's big time. But it makes it interesting. So, like the hardcore people, they get into it. But then, middle of the road and casual, they can go, "Oh yeah, did you hear about the Red Dragon Komodo?" And now it's getting implanted on my brain. And I'm going to go, oh yeah, this camera started falling. It was one of the breed of one of the red dragons.
Yeah, but now it's a raptor.
Yeah, it's a friendly raptor, at least so far.
Be able to, when you're around, if you're around to Content Live now, come by, check it out.
Yes.
And if not, get a hold of Blonde Robot, and we can talk about demos.
Randwick Racecourse, Sydney, Australia, in the eastern suburbs. Usually, you'd have horses going around here, but I'm very pleased to see that we've got this going on today. I mean, yeah, I did do punts a long time ago, but I'm also an animal nature, so maybe the dragons got us in. Once upon a time I used to bet on horses, but I don't anymore. I hope that horses are going all right. But yeah, this technology, mate, it's incredible. So they could come on down to Content Live at Randwick Racecourse and check out the latest and greatest. Maybe get followed by a camera, enjoy a panel discussion. Yeah, it's all happening. So, Quentin, thank you very much, mate. Really appreciate it, and have a great show.